Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jeffico, and my co-host as always, Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
What's up, Chris? Star Trek Prodigy. Already, it's looking up.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was having a great time. I was laughing. I spent the whole time going, I recognize that. That's that thing I know.
I think Prodigy did a better job of Spock than Discovery did with the whole season of Spock.
That's because Prodigy just used Spock.
Maybe I should be using these ears more than my mouth.
It is the only logical conclusion. In your own way, you are as stubborn as another captain of the Enterprise I once knew.
At first, I'm just like, is that their voice? Because the first person I heard was Beverly, and I'm just like, is that her voice? That's her today voice. So that's why it threw me off a little bit.
Yeah.
But everybody else just started saying lines from
like
other episodes, and I'm just like, They got Uhura, they got Scotty later, they got Odo and Spock, and I'm just like, this is great.
No, this was fantastic.
I laughed when the line would be different, like tones.
Yeah, like the audio quality was noticeably different.
Yeah.
Which was janky, but it was janky in, I guess, a charming way.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
And what is it that makes one man an exceptional leader? No disrespect intended, but you must surely realize you can't announce the full truth to the crew. You're the captain of this ship. You can't afford the luxury of being anything less than perfect.
My only question is, I love him, but why was Odo on there? He's not Starfleet.
That's true.
Be like, we're just, give me the best you got or whatever. It's like, here's our best security chief. I'm like, your best security chief was not on Starfleet? Ouch, Worf. Ouch.
Yeah, they were even on the same show. They could have picked for it.
I don't care whether it's Valhalla or not. I will not do it.
You can order me all you want. As of now, I'm resigning my commission.
Oh, let's do that. Yes, mutiny. Yes, mutiny.
This episode starts out with them coming out of the Protostar drive warp thing, which apparently was only like warp 9 point something.
That can't be right because they went way too far.
Well, I think it is right because they're not lizards.
Yeah.
And that this thing is only going to register 9, but it's a completely different system, so it's not going to register its thing. But what it did do was travel 4,000 light years.
Yeah, we're going to figure out exactly what that was, but yeah, that's huge. We're doing some timey-wimey stuff because 17 years ago, the Protostar already existed and was lost. But it's only 5 years after Voyager is when this show is taking place. So there's some timey-wimey stuff. The Protostar is from the future and got sent back in time.
Yeah, Chris, why'd you have to say that? Because now I'm really confused because Chakotay was captain of that.
Yeah.
With Hologram Janeway.
Yeah.
I can't confirm this. I will have to check my own notes, but I'll take your word for now.
Yeah, they've multiple times said...
different story. Next week I come back with new facts.
They've said multiple times that this show is taking place like 5 years after Voyager. And 17 years ago, this ship was already lost in the Delta Quadrant, so there's some timey-wimey stuff going on. Or they're really not checking their dates. But I'm going to go with timey-wimey.
Yeah, if this was Discovery, I'd be like, they're just not checking their dates. But Prodigy, I'm going to assume.
Yeah,
because, David Mack, he knows Star Trek.
This is Captain Dakota of the USS Protostar.
Dakota? He's the captain?
Captain, warning, we're being boarded.
Del was doing drugs.
Mm-hmm.
They go into his little corner.
He's doing the drugs Where did they even get that?
Yeah.
I feel like that should be super banned.
Yeah. I feel like it must have been toned down without any endorphins and stuff.
If there's no endorphins, why would you play that?
Like, I can do this.
Yeah. Why would you play that? There's nothing there.
Yeah, disc game. Yeah, that was good. I also I thought it was nice the way they did it, where Del's just like, oh, Janeway told us to come back for you after Gwyn was all like, oh, thanks for coming back for me, because abandoned by her own father, feels like shit. But then thank you, Del, for he's like, oh, Janeway made us do it.
Yeah.
But then at the end, Jacob's just like, yeah, Del made us go back for you, and it's just like, oh, cool. So. I mean, you're an annoying street rat, Del, but you're not a piece of shit.
Yeah. Got that going for you.
Yeah.
It'll take months to get through this raw data.
But answers may lie within.
Good thing Dal made us go back for you, huh?
this isn't going to be the Star Trek show you want because these aren't Starfleet cadets.
Yeah.
You're just saying they are. But, like, and, like, you're going to get Del's constant, like, what he is, street rat.
He is kind of obnoxious.
Yeah.
Like, I don't particularly like his character.
Yeah, but I did enjoy the Kobayashi Maru.
That was extremely Boimler.
Yeah.
I was expecting him to be like dragging Klingon babies on his back out of the Klingon nursery. It's like, I talked the board queen to male empathy.
He did like, he's in there for like 70. Eventually he kicks Jacob out because Jacob's just like, well, who's going to point out your mistakes?
Yeah, yeah.
The crew is just like, the hologram crew.
They'd given up. Yeah. That didn't make any damn sense, but whatever.
This is ridiculous. We can't retreat.
Yeah.
If only we could get off this stupid bridge.
Transporter operational, Captain.
How big is this holodeck?
I really did like his solution of like eject the warp core, blast some AC/DC.
Yeah.
We
know that works.
Full phaser spread, and blew up 3 Klingon ships, and then yet another one shows up, and he's just like, "Oh, get me out of here!" He's like, "Transporting."
Yeah.
And then him and Spock go in and just take out the crew, and Spock's just neck pinching everybody.
Him and Spock, literally just Spock.
Well, he phasered somebody, I think
so. Okay.
But
it was just Spock.
Yeah, and then like fully succeeds until he puts his foot on the panel and blows up the Enterprise with 1 photon torpedo.
I assume it's programmed for endless Klingons anyway.
Yeah.
Like another one would have just shown up.
In my view, he beat it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Most people don't get 100 tries at it, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's because they realize that it is a no-win situation. So after like 3 or 4, they're just like, yeah, I get it now. I get the lesson.
Yeah.
But Del beat it and then got the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Janeway's like, oh, let me tell you what this ship does.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Also, I need to drink holographic coffee.
That makes sense.
Sure it does.
Wait.
If you're gonna go in my brain, I need to get drunk on my coffee.
Yeah. Holo Janeway needs holo coffee.
Yeah. Is that what it always was? Was alcohol? Like, I can't deal with you guys without my
God.
coffee.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
I can see this now.
Yeah.
That's why she was so upset about Neelix's coffee substitute. Because it's like, oh no.
This isn't what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I tried the coffee of the captain the other day.
That is strong coffee.
Tom steered the ship in the wrong direction. We get a little flashback because Gwen's like, reading some language that was part of the ship 17 years ago. John Noble, the diviner, is talking to Grievous. It's like, I'm the last of my kind. Mm-hmm. I'm dying. This isn't good. We need to find this. How about we make a prodigy?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you can't. That goes against the order's rules.
Sir.
I'm like, what's the order? Why are you the last of your kind? Mm-hmm. We already got Del, who's like the only of his kind that we know about.
Mm-hmm. Even if the Protostar is here, then I will make a progeny. No. We cannot defy the order. And if my species dies with me, what of the order then?
They make a kid together. Thankfully, they didn't show us the process other than just like some tubes.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know Grievous was into that.
Yeah, well, he was against it at first, but I guess...
Sweet talked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that silver-tongued John Noble. He can talk anybody into anything.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think we should so lightly abandon the outer defenses. Defenses that your brother long held intact.
What would you have me do?
Is there a captain here who still has the courage to do his lord's will?
We get all this information because she figures out the passwords, and I guess
we're going to learn more about the ship, I guess, a little bit at a time, because they're saying it would take like months to go through all the data. I feel like they could just... That never makes sense to me, especially when it's a fucking ship and there's Holo Janeway. You'd be like, hey, Holo Janeway, can you sort of give us the Cliff Notes here? What's going on? But no, you got to manually go through it all.
Well, Gwen was all this like, oh, what do we need somebody who can speak a couple languages for? We've got a ship that does that. So I was like, yeah, technically the ship should be able to do what everybody's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Probably did.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever, outside of like the Temerians, I don't think we've ever seen a universal translator like hiccup like that. Like, it always gets the context right and that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it does pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not the aquatics.
Oh, yeah.
Little Zindi aquatic boys.
Well, it's Enterprise. They didn't They were just figuring it out. Hoshi was doing her best.
She was doing a great job. Very well done, Hoshi. Thank you for your service. And at the very end, we get a reveal that Chakotay was captain of this ship.
Yep. And he had a holo Janeway.
Yeah, he had a holo. Oh,
which is
man.
a little weird.
I don't know where this is going.
That's a little weird.
I mean, we saw Janeway's holo novel area when she was showing off the holodeck.
I appreciated that.
Yeah. And then the Dracula thing, great reference there. But
was that the only one that wasn't a reference?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and Doria said Alpha skydiving. But oh man, just think of the psychology of that. It'd be like a holographic Janeway on my ship, who I had to deal with for so long. I'm the captain, but I still have to talk to her.
Yeah,
and she's over
you have
my
a hologram assistant of your old boss.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Yeah, I hope we get a few flashbacks of this, which I assume we're going to. He came in for more than that.
Sir, that ship is located in Gamma Hydra Section 10.
The neutral zone.
What's the big deal?
Look, the neutral zone is all that separates the Federation from the Klingons. No one is allowed in.
Awesome that they got Gates McFadden in.
This is the first we've seen of her in the new run of Star Trek, I think.
Yeah.
You know, we've had a lot of returning people.
I am assuming we're going to see her in Picard.
I believe. Did they actually confirm that?
I don't know.
They confirmed a bunch of stuff about season 2.
When I saw her, Chris, when I saw her and was getting her to autograph that photo for you, she couldn't confirm to me.
No.
So, yeah. Final thoughts?
This was a lot of fun. I had fun. Just like, why can't we have this much fun with other shows?
Yeah, I almost wanted them to hit me up with some more crew. When they were gone to Enterprise-D. So beautiful.
Yeah. Give me some of the best you got.
Acknowledged. Populating crew. Communications Officer Uhura.
All deck standing by, sir.
Chief Medical Officer Beverly Crusher.
Looks like you could use some help, Captain.
Nah, this is fun. You're giving me voiceover clips.
Would it have been too much? Would it have been too much if they went with O'Brien instead of Scotty?
Well, I think if they got other people, they would have brought the actors in, which might have been better, but I don't care. I
guess it's probably cheaper this way.
That was cool just to see them and hear their voices again. I was just like, this is awesome. And then whenever they would get upset or say something, it's just like, I know what episode that's from.
Right? Like you got to guess the episode with the line.
I resign. Okay, Odo. Yeah. If you haven't started Prodigy, just go. It's short episodes.
At least watch this one.
Yeah. I don't know. I enjoyed the first half. Yeah. It got progressively better, and then this episode probably the best. So progressing. Yeah. Well, as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next week.